Last week's celebrations among students and schools that performed well are now giving way to new headaches for many parents. What next for their children? The release of the list of the 2009 candidates selected to join public universities by the Joint Admissions Board has not made things any easier. JAB has offered places to 24,000 of the 81,000 candidates who qualified. A small number, but an improvement nevertheless compared to a few years ago. Over the years, enrollment to the coveted regular program has been pegged on available bed space. In 2006, only a little more than 10,000 students were accepted. In 2007, 14 university colleges were created, as well as several constituent colleges of existing universities. This has seen the number of students who proceed to university more than double. Kabianga University College in Kericho County is one such new institution. Formerly an agricultural institute, it had its first intake of 107 candidates for degree programs in November 2008. Today, 1,200 students are enrolled here. The institution has had to expand its infrastructure rapidly. Several buildings are currently under construction on its 106 acres, including this hostel being put up at a cost of 140 million shillings. Once complete, it should accommodate 400 students.
The project is actually earmarked to end by May this year, and by that time then it will ease the problem of congestion.
The institution is also expanding learning facilities, including its library.
It is still small, but it's adequate for the time being. And as I said, we don't just depend on the hard print books alone, but we also encourage students to use electronic resources, and this one don't require a very big space.
With this kind of expansion, Kabianga University College is now eyeing the surrounding land.
We do have surrounding us a tea farm, which is owned by KCSE County Council. There's about 300 acres, and I think the community is considering giving us some of that land.
Such is the zeal with which institutions of higher learning in Kenya are expanding. This expansion is mainly funded by government. Each university receives about 200 million shillings each year for this purpose. But still, it's not enough. The effort is still a mere drop in the ocean. About 350,000 students complete secondary education each year, but according to government records, only a seventh, about 50,000 or so candidates, managed to find a place at the local higher learning institutions, including in private universities, technical institutions, and under the parallel program. But Higher Education Assistant Minister Dr. Soy-Mwendia is optimistic.
There's much more that is going on, whose benefits we can see only in the next 2, 3, 4 years.
In the meantime, his ministry is exploring other ways of increasing access to higher education.
We also want to support the private university sector, and by providing incentives, can you give tax breaks? Can you provide land for development? Can you support development in the form of telephone lines, roads, water, electricity, which is really the business of government?
Dr. Kilemi adds that plans to start open learning are complete and that the system should take effect anytime now.
This will make the biggest difference. If we start this year, and by next year we are admitting 20,000, the following year 30,000, and grow this, it's almost revolutionary.
But it is not all up to the government, he says.
For example, if you go to Moi University, there's so much land. You go to Egerton, it's the same. I mean, if you decided to make that as a campus of 200,000, it is not a problem. So if we can decide to expand the capacity of those already existing institutions, those alone can actually take care of the balance of students.
In the meantime, parents have to make do with the limited places within Kenya's higher education system. Candidates continue to score higher marks, and there are fears that this trend could push the cutoff points higher than they already are. Soy-Mwendia, KTN Sunday Night.